I'm going to tell you a story that changed the course of my life forever. A story that still echoes in my mind every time I think about trust, ambition, and the things we choose to share with others. This is about the day I almost lost everything I had worked for, everything I had dreamed of, and everything I thought I understood about friendship and loyalty. The year was 1967. I was a young man, full of hope and determination, running a small but thriving shoe shop in the heart of New York City. My hands were always busy, shaping leather, fitting shoes, and building a reputation for quality and honesty. Business was good, and for the first time, I saw a real future for myself. I was ready to take the next big step, buying the building that housed my shop. I imagined my name, Salvatore Benedetto, proudly displayed on the deed, a symbol of everything I had accomplished through hard work and perseverance. In my excitement, I made a mistake that would haunt me for years. I confided my plans to a man I considered a close friend, Vincent Mell. We had shared many late nights talking about dreams and business, and I trusted him completely. I never imagined that trust could be so easily broken. Just 2 weeks later, my world turned upside down. I received a letter that left me speechless. Vincent had gone behind my back, bought the building out from under me, and then had the nerve to offer me a new lease, at double the rent. My heart sank. I felt betrayed, angry, and foolish all at once. Everything I had worked for was suddenly at risk, and it was all because I had trusted the wrong person with my dreams. That day, I learned a painful but important lesson. Some things are better kept to yourself. Not every plan, hope, or ambition needs to be shared, even with those you think you know well. Sometimes, silence is your best protection. Words have power. They can build bridges, inspire trust, and create opportunities. But they can also tear down everything you've built in an instant. The wrong words, spoken to the wrong person, can destroy years of hard work and shatter your sense of security. Over the years, I've gathered 7 hard-earned lessons about what to keep private and why it matters. These lessons didn't come easy, but they shaped the man I am today. I want to share them with you, so maybe you won't have to learn them the hard way, like I did. So take a seat, pour yourself a glass of wine, settle in, and let me tell you a few stories. Stories that might just save you from making the same mistakes I did. Never tell anyone how much money you have, or how little. Your financial situation is one of the most personal things about you, and sharing it can open doors you never meant to open. Whether you're flush with cash or struggling to make ends meet, keeping your finances private is a form of self-protection. Money changes how people see you, often in ways you can't predict. The moment people know your net worth, their perception of you shifts, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Suddenly, you're not just a friend or a colleague, you become a walking wallet, a source of opportunity, or even a target. People may start to value you for what you have, not who you are. I once knew a man, Thomas Whitfield, who inherited a fortune and made the mistake of telling everyone he knew. At first it seemed harmless. He was proud, maybe even a little excited to share his good news. But soon everyone wanted a piece: loans, favors, handouts, and endless requests. People he barely knew came out of the woodwork, hoping for a share of his windfall. His friendships soured, poisoned by envy, jealousy, and expectation. The people he trusted most began to see him differently, and the warmth in his relationships faded away. On the other hand, if you're struggling financially, people judge you too. They may see you as a burden, someone to be pitied or avoided, rather than a friend or equal. Your finances are your business, and you have every right to keep them private. There's no rule that says you have to share your bank balance with anyone who asks. Share your financial details only with those who truly need to know: your spouse, a trusted advisor, or someone helping you manage your money. For everyone else, your privacy is your shield. When people ask about your finances, keep it simple. A modest, "I get by," is enough. You don't owe anyone an explanation or a number. Protect your relationships from the poison of envy and the strain of expectation. Let your friendships be about connection, not competition. Let your character, not your bank account, define you. Don't flash your cash and don't cry poverty. There's dignity in discretion and strength in humility. Be a person, not a number. Your worth isn't measured by your wallet, but by your actions, your kindness, and your integrity. Keep your pockets and your financial details to yourself. It's not secrecy, it's wisdom. That lesson will save you a lot of heartache and help you build relationships based on trust, respect, and genuine connection. Never share your big plans before they're done. A plan is a fragile flame. Protect it. When you talk, you invite doubters, critics, and opportunists like Vincent Mell. Some will steal your idea, others will drown your ambition with their fears. Even praise can sap your motivation before you've earned it. Work in silence. Let your results speak. When I finally bought my own building, no one knew until my name was on the door. Protect your dreams. Nurture them quietly. Don't talk about the book you'll write. Show the finished manuscript. Don't announce your business. Invite them to the grand opening. Actions are louder than words. Let your success be the announcement. Silence is your shield. In every stage of life, you'll encounter people who hold some kind of authority over you. Bosses at work, landlords where you live, officials who make decisions that affect your daily routine. These figures are a constant presence, shaping your environment and sometimes even your future. It's a reality we all have to navigate, whether we like it or not. There will be times when these people seem unfair, unreasonable, or just plain difficult to deal with. Maybe your boss piles on extra work at the last minute, or your landlord ignores your maintenance requests. In those moments, it's natural to feel frustrated, and you might feel the urge to vent your feelings to someone, anyone who will listen. But here's the hard truth. You shouldn't. Complaints are like stray bullets. They rarely hit their intended target, and more often than not, they end up circling back to hurt you. What you say in frustration can easily be misunderstood, misquoted, or repeated to the wrong person. The world, especially the professional world, is much smaller than you think. Your words have a way of traveling, sometimes faster and farther than you ever intended. A careless comment in the break room or a frustrated text can find its way back to your boss or someone else in power. I once saw a young man lose a valuable supplier simply because he vented his frustrations to the wrong person. He thought he was confiding in a friend, but word got out, and the supplier decided to end the partnership. It was a harsh lesson in how quickly things can unravel. If you're facing a real problem, the best approach is to address it directly and professionally. Set up a meeting, express your concerns calmly, and look for solutions. If the issue isn't worth that effort, sometimes it's better to simply let it go and move forward. Venting to coworkers might feel good in the moment, but it only creates a toxic environment and puts your own reputation at risk. Gossip and negativity spread quickly, and you never know who might be listening or how your words might be used against you. Your negative opinions, no matter how justified they may feel, are a liability. They can damage your relationships, your credibility, and even your career prospects. The smartest move is to stay out of gossip and drama. Focus on your work, your goals, and your future. Let your performance and professionalism speak for you. This isn't about being fake or hiding your true feelings. It's about being strategic and protecting yourself. Choose your words carefully and remember that not every thought needs to be shared. Even if you don't respect the person in charge, respect the position they hold. It's a sign of maturity and professionalism, and it will serve you well in the long run. Keep your private thoughts private. Not every opinion needs an audience, especially in the workplace. By protecting your reputation and your opportunities, you set yourself up for long-term success. Remember, your future is too important to risk for a moment of venting. Everyone has weaknesses and fears. They're part of being human. But they're also vulnerabilities. Share them only with those who've earned your trust. A weakness in the wrong hands becomes a weapon. I knew a man, Mario Bianchi, who confided his fear of public speaking to a colleague. That friend used it against him, costing Mario a promotion. Not everyone who listens has your best interests at heart. Trust must be earned, not given away. Share your struggles with those who protect them, your spouse, a true friend, a therapist. For everyone else, project quiet confidence. Work on your weaknesses in private. Don't hand out ammunition others can use against you. Protect your dignity. Let your strength be what people see. When someone trusts you with a secret, treat it like gold. Your job is to lock it away and forget you have the key. Gossip destroys trust in relationships. A person who shares others' secrets will share yours too. Don't be that person. If someone tries to gossip, stop them. Maybe that's not my business. The most trustworthy people are boring when it comes to other people's lives. They protect privacy and earn respect. Don't use secrets as currency. By keeping them, you build your own character. Be the person others can rely on. That's worth more than any piece of gossip. Never announce you're thinking of leaving your job, your neighborhood, or a relationship until you're ready to go. If you do, you become a ghost before you're gone. At work, you're marked as a flight risk. No promotions, no trust. In your neighborhood, people distance themselves. In relationships, a careless threat can break trust forever. I knew a woman who told her husband she was thinking of leaving. The words poisoned their marriage. Do your thinking in private. Make your plans, prepare, and only announce when you're ready to act. Don't create wounds you can't heal. Quietly prepare your next step. When you're ready, cross the bridge, then burn it if you must. Don't sabotage your present for an uncertain future. Move in silence. Family is a sacred circle. Keep its problems inside. Airing dirty laundry in public is a deep betrayal. Outsiders' judgments last forever. Family anger is temporary. I went through a hard time with my son. I never spoke badly about him to others. When we reconciled, there were no outside opinions to poison our reunion. Your family's story isn't for public consumption. Complaining about your spouse or children damages relationships. If you need to talk, confide in someone bound by trust. Family, a priest, a therapist. Don't turn private struggles into public gossip. Protect the sacred circle. When all else fades, family remains. Don't damage it with careless words. Keep family business in the family. What's the lesson? Knowing when to keep your mouth shut. This isn't about secrecy, it's about wisdom. Your words have power and consequences. Be the master of your words, not their victim. Share only what you choose, with those who've earned it. Silence isn't dishonesty, it's strength. The words you don't say can't be used against you. Hold them close, use them wisely. Ariadne.